old and like 90 pounds, and he'll still lose to me because he doesn't know how to arm wrestle.
If you missed the EVW podcast yesterday, you wouldn't have seen Georgi saying Vitaly is overrated, saying that he wants to beat him, that he's talking about how he's not naturally a super heavyweight. Believe me, I will beat him. Georgi talking very confidently. And today on the Fix podcast, Devon and Hermes were asked about Georgi's comments. So this was very interesting to look at. Would have been cool to see if Georgi was on this podcast as well. The comment section on the podcast on Neil's channel, people are saying, invite Georgi to the next one, see how he interacts with these other athletes, because his podcast with Camille was very, very entertaining and exciting to watch yesterday. But let's take a look at this clip of Devon and Hermes reacting to Georgi's claims there.
Devon and Hermes, what do you think of what Georgi Acid G Tsvetkov said yesterday about Vitaly being very overrated?
Both Devon and Hermes smiling hysterically already. Seems they've seen the clips of Georgi and Camille's podcast yesterday, which was pretty explosive.
With zero wrist. And he can
Wow. Wow. I saw that. I love it.
He hates Vitaly so much.
He hates it. When I had my match with Vitaly, he was calling me up. He's nothing. He's garbage. You will kill him. I'm like, really? I think Vitaly's really good.
I wonder why Georgi hates Vitaly, if that's true. Maybe he just thinks he's overrated. He thinks that Georgi should be higher on the rankings.
I can be honest. If I see, Vitaly is super amazing, strong, okay, everybody. But between Vitaly and Georgi, for me, Georgi have a way stronger waist.
Wow, so Hermes thinks Georgi would be more of a challenge, basically, from what he's saying there. Now, I did actually put up a poll just earlier who would win, Hermes or Georgi. Only 3 minutes into the poll, but Hermes has the favorite. But Hermes acknowledging that Georgi's hand and wrist he thinks will be more difficult than Vitaly, even though Hermes has not polled with Georgi. So he's basing that off of some of his previous matches, I'm assuming. Now, the poll with Georgi and Vitaly is a massive favorite, although Georgi thinks that he can take Vitaly's wrist.
I agree.
Maybe he don't have too much side pressure, but about wrist, I'm sure Georgi is stronger.
Georgi's wrist is super sticky. It's super sticky.
Yeah.
Listen,
Vitaly
top
actually, and weirdly, Vitaly is somewhat top rollable.
Listen, if you've got what I am not,
Just makes me want to see Georgi versus Vitaly now. That makes things pretty interesting. Also, Hermes versus Georgi would be interesting. Also, rematch with Hermes and Vitaly, of course. And even Devon versus Camille, they talk about at some point later in the podcast. But personally, would like to see Devon versus Levon 3 more than anything else. And, of course, I want to see Devon versus Camille at some point as well.
a scientist. And also, unlike Ryan and Rob when they were on this show, I do not have a 155 and 156 IQ, respectively. And Ryan's dad is also 155. But I figure in my, what do you reckon my IQ is? I'll like 10? Let's call it 12. My 12 IQ, okay? I reckon if you've got one guy with a top rollable wrist and one other guy whose wrist is not top rollable, the non-top rollable one wins.
But Georgi sucks at everything else. That's the thing.
Except
Like
T.T. Lemons.
He got no move other than that one top roll.
That's why I think hopefully Georgi has prepared a hook to make his match with Camille interesting, because I see it being a challenge for Georgi if he just pronates and just tries to use complete hand control without getting on the arm of Camille, because Camille's arm is so good and his press is so good that Georgi has to be able to control Camille's arm somehow.
Well, that's the thing. That Vitaly probably will still kill him because he'll floppers press him.
I'm going to call him and tell him.
That's yeah. Tell him. Yeah, he's a funny guy, that Georgie. He'll never ever beat me. He'll never once in his life beat me. I can be 100 years old and like 90 pounds, and he'll still lose to me because he doesn't know how to arm wrestle.
90 pounds is crazy. Interesting stuff. Makes me want to review the match between Devon and Georgi. Maybe I'll take a look and do a match analysis on that, considering it's a relevant match to take a look at since Georgi's competing pretty soon here. We can look at his style. But let me know your thoughts on Hermes, Georgi, Devon, what they're discussing there. Would have been cool to see Georgi on the podcast, obviously, but we saw his statements from yesterday, and seems like he's coming in pretty motivated in his match against Camille coming up here, guys. So hit like and subscribe for more content. I'll be back soon.